Let's talk about some very easy, healthy at-home meals where you can also really focus on protein. If you've ever seen me on a live, I'm probably cooking or wrapping up a meal, and one of the things that I use all of the time is my crock pot. Now, some people will say like use your Instapot or use your air fryer, and I don't have that kind of time. So my crock pot works out fantastically because I can do something like, let's say you're somebody who eats beef. You can throw a chuck roast in there with some seasoning on it, maybe a little bit of broth in the bottom of the pan, but you really won't need it, trust me. And then you get home, you put it on low for 8 to 10 hours, you get home, and that meal is literally ready to serve if you want to throw some vegetables in with it and serve it like a roast. But if you want other veggies on the side, all you have to do then is cook the veggies. And if they're frozen, you can just pop them in a pan and heat them up on the stove while you're pulling apart the beef, right? Say you want it to be a little more flavorful while you're cooking it. So you would add about a half a cup of barbecue sauce, a quarter cup of ketchup, and you would use seasonings again on top of the meat directly. Cover it in the barbecue sauce ketchup mix with a little bit of garlic, and you've got barbecue pulled beef the minute you walk in the door. Easy, right? Another one that we do pretty commonly is buy flank steak or skirt steak, throw it in the crock pot with salsa over the top of it. You come home, take that out of the crock pot, leave it in the crock pot while you saute up some bell peppers and onions, and then you slice it against the grain when you take it out of the crock pot, and you've got fajitas. Simple, right? And also high protein. You could use the same thing with chicken, so you could put chicken in the crock pot, salsa, shred that up when you get home, and you've got basically chicken fajitas. Really simple. You could do the barbecue sauce mixture, and if you want to add some liquid smoke in there, you can do that too. Just a couple of drops is good enough. And you've got barbecue chicken. You can do the same thing with if you want to do ribs in the crock pot, seasoning on them, barbecue sauce on them, throw them in the crock pot, let them cook slow all day. When you get home, pull them out, put them on a rack, braise them in the oven while you're throwing together a vegetable. It's pretty simple. Other meals that are easy, so people ask all the time, well, what do you eat for breakfast? Honestly, most times I eat dinner from the night before for breakfast because oftentimes I don't eat after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But if you're looking at, well, what can I do for breakfast? You can make a egg scramble dish in your crock pot overnight, and it won't overcook, and that turns out to be something great. You can prep egg bites that are really more like an egg muffin in the oven for a week or so, where you're using eggs. Some people would use like cottage cheese in there as well, and some regular cheese, and then you can dice up some ham, chicken, salmon if you want to, and throw that in there too with some veggies, and you've got a little veggie egg muffin for breakfast time. But I would even recommend like eat your leftovers for breakfast, honestly. Another great way to get in a healthy meal is to buy the prepped already frozen chicken breasts, and that way you can just pop them in the oven and then slice them up, throw them on a salad, that kind of stuff. You can even put those in kids' lunches. Hope this helps.